What's going on, guys? My name is Noah. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am here in rehab. It's a 5-month program. I've got about 7 weeks to go. I asked you guys on my last video, would you be willing to, in the comment section, let me know what you might want for content. So from Laughing Hyena, said I was struggling mentally with severe anxiety, OCD, and social phobia 2 years ago when I found your channel and subscribed. You helped me a lot during some really dark times. I watched your videos and told myself I'm not the only one with this condition, and there are people out there who are also struggling and working on their mental health every day. This is a really wonderful comment, and it spurs a lot of thoughts from me. First and foremost, it sort of identifies one of the key things that I know I never did wrong, so to speak, on here, which was to share my experience, where I was when I was there, what I was actually thinking, what I was afraid of, what I've been going through. I have a long history on this channel of mental health stuff, depression, anxiety, of course, addiction is a very big theme right now. OCD tendencies, my hormone replacement therapy, suicidality, all those things. And I know that when I was at my lowest, I deeply feared that I was the only person going through these things. And in fact, being so perplexed by my depression and having no capacity at the time to see past my own suffering, I very much convinced myself after I had my mental breakdown in 2011 that in fact no one had gone through what I was going through. I had severe depersonalization, suicidality, black tar depression. I'd never experienced a mental breakdown like that. And so as far as I was concerned, I had no reason to believe anyone had quite gone through the same thing. But it turns out I was wrong, and thank goodness for that, which really speaks to what this comment is all about as far as I can process it, which is this person watched content that made them not feel alone, and I'm really grateful for that. I remember when I read a book, I was in a psych ward at St. Vincent Hospital, and I read a book called When Going Through Hell, Don't Stop. It's a memoir from Douglas Block, a very dear friend who has a great YouTube channel that you guys should check out. He was the counselor and the leader of a mental health support group for me, and now he's just a friend. But I read his book and I identified, and I think that's one thing we need to all continue to be mindful of, and I know I certainly will, which is be open and honest when it's appropriate about what you are going through, and do your best not to keep it to yourself and go through it alone, because by sharing your struggle, you offer the opportunity for someone else to identify and then not feel alone, thus elevating them, right? Just giving us all a better chance at being okay and accepting what's going through and learning how to cope with very difficult situations. Lack of coping skills has been a very common theme for me, but the very first thing was identification. It just was. Knowing and being reassured that what I was going through wasn't unique to me, and that someone else understood, feeling that understanding. And that's one thing I can always do here, and I can always strive for vulnerability. Just the most genuine attempt at letting you know truly what I'm feeling and what I'm experiencing. Because if I'm vulnerable, maybe some part of you watching will soften. Maybe some defense mechanism or some part of you that doesn't know if you can connect or trust will just come down, even if it's just the two of us on the screen and we can relate. So I really appreciate that comment, and I'm really happy whomever this is made it through that. I'm really glad, because that also speaks to everyone else who's watching this, saying we can get through hard things. We really can. So I think that's a wonderful place to start with these next handful of videos as I sort of find my footing here in treatment. That meant a lot to me to read that, and I'm really happy for where you're at in your life right now. And thank you for the kind words. Everything's gonna be all right. You said that at the end, and I agree. I do think everything is gonna be all right today. We'll see you guys in the next video. The next question is more specific, but this was a nice way to get things started. So enjoy your day, do your best, I'll do mine, and I genuinely appreciate you. We'll see you guys soon.